Hi guys, it's your girl Cut Junkie. I wanted to jump on here real quick. I did a post stating that we are having a sample sale from the 18th to the 23rd of this month. Um, I want to make it clear that these shares have never been used. They were just shares that I had as part of the collection that I had to show stylists who were interested in purchasing from us. So, what I want to do is share with you what we have available, some of what we have available for the upcoming sample sale. So, I'm going to start with our Hannah sheer. Hana is Japanese for blossom. This is rose gold. I don't know if you could tell in this light. It's a rose gold sheer. It has an offset handle. It has a pointed tang. Sometimes the tangs may curve to give you a little bit more comfort. This one is pointed up a little bit more. It has a single camel, which helps with control of your fingers here. I don't know if you can see how beautiful this blade is. It's absolutely beautiful. But this is our Hannah shear. And this one is actually, if I'm not mistaken, right. This one, Hannah, is a 6 inch. It also, I don't know if you could tell, has a 3D handle with a little groove right in there to help support the thumb and for comfort. So this is our Hannah Shear 6 inch rose gold. Our next shear that we have is our moon shear. Okay, it has curved shape, offset handle, a slight tang for the pinky, slight tang, but you can see that it has curve to it. Okay, this shear, I don't have my glasses on. This shear is 440 metal, and it is a 5.5 shear. This is our moon shear. Okay. Next we have our monster shear, which is a 7 inch barbering shear. Okay. 7 inch barbering shear. It has the offset handle. Here is more of a curved tang. Let's see. You can see the curve. You see how it cups the finger more than the other one did. The other one went straight up. You had the gap right between there. But this is our 7 inch monster shear. It's more of a barbering shear, but a lot of stylists like the longer blades because it allows you to go in and remove more hair at one time. Um, so this is our monster shear. We actually have two of these left. Okay. Our next shear from the Cut Junkie collection is actually one of my favorites. My favorite cutting technique is the dry taper or effilating. I'm not sure if a lot of you are familiar with Japanese or Parisian cutting, but this is our mink shear. It's a 5 inch shear, has a straight handle, a removable tang. This is actually called a tang. I talk about that in my book, Sheer Know-How. I love this year for tapering and for detail work. This is a cobalt metal, but be mindful that with cobalt metals, they tend to push the hair. So, but this is our mink shear. See, our mink's cut junkie shear. It is a 5-inch blade, and it has a slight dip right here for comfort, finger comfort. Okay, this is our mink shear. The next shear we have is our D2 shear. This is a 5.5 blade. It has a dual removable finger rest. I enjoy the dual removable because sometimes, depending on the grip that I choose to cut with, sometimes I'll cut in the traditional manner with these, or sometimes I'll use what's called an Eastern grip, and it gives me control either way. So this is our D2 shear. It has slight squares at the top, which also aid in the comfort of your pinky for support. Okay, this is our 5.5 D2 shear. Okay, so what I love to do with the shears is I love curating. For me, I prefer Japanese, authentic Japanese uh, blade. But there are a few companies that produce shears that aren't Japanese that are excellent quality. So for the Cut Junkie brand, my goal is to curate great shears. Even with the book Shear Know How, my focus is not that you buy the book and then my expectation is that you buy from me. I would love that. My main purpose of starting this shear company was to make sure the people we service receive the best possible product they could receive at a reasonable price. I don't believe a good quality shear has to cost an arm and a leg. So my goal is simply to make sure everybody has access to great shears. With that being said, I'm a distributor for a company called Above Shears, and I have a few of their shears that are part of my sample sale. So with that, we're going to start with the, I don't have my glasses on, so bear with me, but I just want to share these with you guys. This one is that right one? Let's see. Okay, so I'm going backwards. Let's start with this one. This one is the C30 6019 NW. Now, what NW means when it comes to thin and shears is it means narrow to wide. Okay, so when you're using your thin and shear, if you can see, this blade goes from narrow to wide. This is a 19 tooth thinning shear with a curved tang and an offset handle and a single camel. It's very, very comfortable, and this is a great thinner. I actually love using their shears. It also has, if you can tell, let's see how I can show this to you, a butterfly. Can you see that? What they call a butterfly handle, where it goes like that, and it has a dip here for comfort. I love a butterfly handle. For me, it's just more comfortable, and it helps with the fatigue when you cut all day. It's just more of a comfort. All the shears are curated for a certain purpose. I believe it's not really the shear that you buy. It's what you need the shear to do. If you know what you need it to do, it helps with the choice or decision you make as far as your purchase. Okay. They also have a wonderful 7-inch barber shear. Um, this barber shear is also butterfly handle. Okay, it has a slight curved tang, and I don't know if you could see it. The finger ring is slightly smaller than the thumb ring, but what you want to keep in mind that all your power in cutting comes from your moving blade that's controlled by your thumb. A lot of times people do too much thinking when it comes to cutting, and a lot of it is because one, they don't realize that the fit of their shear is off. So we do fittings for our clients. We do education for our clients, um, and we also educate on the craftsmanship of the shear, because it being a good cutter to me starts with that first and foremost. So this is the above. It doesn't have any camels, okay, and it's slightly offset. The above 7-inch shear, okay. Next we have their dual tang thinning shear. This one is also narrow to wide. And what I love about above, I'm not sure if you could see it, but they put what uh, increments on here to let you know exactly how much hair you're taking out. This is a narrow to wide blade also, and it has a dual tang with a butterfly and a dip. Now, what I like about the dual tang is what a lot of people don't realize about their thinners is when you use them traditionally, you're tapering. I like to sometimes turn them backwards and blend. I use them to blend. So depending on how you use them, you could either taper with them or you can blend with them. So I love a dual handle thinner because it gives me that option without me having to buy a separate shear. Okay. Lastly, we have another dual handle. These tangs are not as long as the other ones, but they are extremely comfortable. This one has a dual blade, okay? So your moving blade is narrow to wide. Your stationary blade also has grooves in it to contribute to your thinning. Can you see that? This is a great blade. I also use this blade either way to either blend or taper. Okay, now those are some of the sample shears that we have. I will be doing a giveaway. I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed with that, but I do have a pair of shears that I would love to give away. They're right here in my hand. I don't want to show them to you because whoever receives them, I want them to be pleasantly surprised. So um, if you're interested in any of the shares, hit me up in the DM. If you work in Laurel at the Cilantro, just let me know when you want to stop by and check them out. Um, we have a whole new collection coming. We have a lot of really fun things coming. I've been working really, really, really hard to get these shares off the ground. I don't think anyone really realizes how much work this has been. Being an African American female in a male dominated space has been very, very challenging, but I 100% believe in what I'm doing. I believe that this is my purpose, and I'm not going to stop just because people don't um, think that I'm going about it the right way. Everything about this brand is authentic, and if it can't be authentic, then I can't move forward with it. So everyone who has purchased from me, I'm so grateful. Um, you have no idea. Everyone who purchased the book, the book was a labor of love. If you know me, you know that I'm losing my eyesight. So to be able to see that come into fruition was such a blessing. So if you're interested in any of the shares, holla at your girl. I got you.